And it's 4, 5 red lights. And it lights out and away we go. Jenga gets a good start. Once again, he leads into turn 1. And and there's been contact. I believe that's Rico who has spun, and he's lost it down to P19. Unfortunate from the Aston Martin, but he can still make a good comeback. And that's a Ferrari of Chap, who's also lost it. And let's take a look at the midfield. There's a lot of battle going on, and Estrani has made contact with the Alfa Romeo. I believe that's Wave. Sorry about that. But and what is going on in the front? And there's 2 cars approaching Megas and Beckett's. Lots of contacts has been made, and yeah, and Gabi, who's in the midfield, gets up to P6 ahead of Chimp. And contact between Albona and I believe jengaaboi. And Albona's lost it down to P6. He has made contact that involved Jenga, Lancer, and Albano. But yeah, that might look into the stewards at the end of this race. But let's see what happens. But so Lancer gets almost goes makes a move. Sorry. And Shocker has 5-second time penalty for corner cutting, gained 1 position. Oh, that's unfortunate from him. And Robert goes past Alfie up to P8. But he's looking good so far. There's a lot of actions going on, and let's take a look at Albano, who has spun last lap, and he goes past Gabi, but Gabi is still behind. And Robert gets a fast lap of 1:29.0, and DRS has been enabled for the rest of the race. This will be a safety car, of course. And Lancer will use a bit of an overtake and opens up the DRS, and he goes down the inside of Jenga, but Jenga still holds on around the outside to maintain in the lead of the British Grand Prix. Let's see what he can do. He's running into cops, and looks like Shadow might be into this fight also. The battle of P1 and 2 is going madness so far, and Robert gets up to P7 was P6, and he's dropped at 2 position and makes contact, and he's down to P8 again. And the Zek looks down the inside, but he has made contact with Chimp. And Zek goes a bit of the gravel, and he has lost the positions down to P9. And Robert was almost gonna make a move, but he still holds on he wants to try to get chip with the DRS, but he had a bit of a moment, and lost a few bit tense. And Albano gets up to P3, made a move from Shadow. Basic stuff from him. As you see, Alfie and Alfie makes a bit of a switchback, and Robert has one wide, and that made Alfie gained up a position up to P7, and now he's on a fight with the chimp. Has DRS enabled? Can he make a move? He would slipstream, and the chimp was defending on the inside. Now he returns onto the racing line, and Alfie Jib has lost it a bit. He runs wide, and Alfie up to P6, but the battle's not over yet, as Robert is also closing in on those two drivers. And Robert has run wide again, and he lost a few of it ends, and he's far off from making a move from jump. And I see a red flashing light from Alfie. He has only 40%. He has gained up a bit through the field. But let's take a look at his strategy or people in front, and Robert has lost a bit of position, and he's out to P8 with a battle of Zinc, but Zinc has DRS, and he sweeps past Robert, and Robert has dropped down to P10, and Jono up to P9, and he is in the points. And Jono had a bit of a moment there, and he has lost a few tenths from Zinc. That gives Robert a bit of an opportunity to try and get back ahead of Jono. And Jono has less than 10% DRS, and but let's take a look at Windex, who was on the party earlier, and he was looking to make a move, but he has the opportunity to try and close up to Robert, because Robert has 70% of ERS, and Windex has been saving up a bit of his ERS, is 79% of ERS, and they both run wide. Well, let's stay with Windex for a bit longer as he opens up the DRS. Robert also has DRS because he is less than a second on the car ahead. And Windex wasn't close enough to make a move. And is that jengaaboi who has a penalty? I think that's 3-second time penalty for jengaaboi. I think he exceeded he has 3 warnings. So, Lancer for the win. Good to see you, Flatbread. And Shocker has a 3-second time penalty. And he's 8 seconds. He has 8 seconds worth of penalties, unfortunately, from Shocker. And the last, and was gonna say that Jenga is still within striking range from Lancer. And is that a yellow, flashy, flashy fuel indicator I see? That means Lancer has under fuel, and Jenga goes back up to P1 on track, but if the gap remains the same until the end of the race, that would mean Lancer would have an opportunity of winning this race. And I believe Flatbread would like to see Lancer for a win. And looks like a train is forming up for the top 5. But Gabby goes down the inside of Albano. He goes up to P4. Amazing stuff from him. Gotta support him. I mean, yeah, true. But Gary has run wide and he has less than 10% ERS. Chip gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But everyone in the top 5 has DRS, apart from the leader, which is Jenga. And Jono goes to P8. And Onyx has lost over the position, and there's a yellow flag, and that's a vehicle in the Aston Martin who is out of the race. And I don't think it's gonna be a safety car. And imagine if he returned on purpose. I'm not exactly sure, or if he did. That would be fortunate. But yep, that incident has cleared up now. Still green flag running. No safety car. For lap 9. And let's take a look at Gabby, who's almost made contact with Shadow. And later goes back into P1. Sorry, it took long to respond a bit there. But I think Lazar still has the advantage, but at disadvantage at the same time. Is that Lazar has under fuel, so he has less a bit of a weight into his car, so he can has the grip, has the less weight into his car. But if he remains till the end of this race, he might not be able to remain in P1 for much longer unless he can hazard a strategy to try a lift and coast through all corners, but it doesn't seem he wants to make it happen now, as it's only lap 10, almost halfway through the race. But I thought Jaguar would have a warning there. I'm not sure if that's a warning, but I don't think it will be. And Chap has 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And Jenga is draining all of his ARS, not all of it, but he goes back to take the lead of the race. Wave has to take a time penalty for multiple warnings. And Voyafi is up to P6, Chip drops out to P7, and he still almost makes contact with the McLaren. Jenga gets another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and he's up to 6 second worth of penalty. And yeah, that is pretty unfortunate for the Williams driver. He is gonna lose out to P1 unless he can make a gap between the top fives, because everyone in top 7 everyone in top 7 may finish ahead of jengaaboi, and I think Jenga will drop down to at least P8 or 7, and Chip goes back to goes up to P6, and Shadow gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and Alberto is jumped into the pits, including Shadow. That makes Williams 1-2 after the pit stop of Shadow and Alberto. And Lazar goes past Jenga and back up to P1. It's a crazy battle for the top 2, as Gabi is also involved between those 2 cars ahead, and there's a yellow flag. That's from Charledino and Astronomy, I believe, was like spun off or made contact a bit. But yeah, it's quite unfortunate that they have lost out. But it's the boy Alfie gets a 3-second time penalty, and Chimp goes past Alfie. He's up to P4, and let's see, look at Zink, who is on a medium compound tires. I think he will go to softs. Not sure if softs will last to the end, but Stronger gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Wonder why he's pitting. But and Zink has decided to go on a hard compound tires. He will last till the end of this race. And Astronomy has gone with medium compound tires. It's interesting. I think he started the race on softs, I believe, but Alvaro gets past the Shadow up to P13, but he has purple sector 1, and Chap has had a bit of a moment that gives Alvaro the opportunity to go down the inside of the Ferrari driver. I believe Chap is trying to play a long game here because he has started on hard. He had a bit of understeer, and Shadow goes past Chap. And yep, he will be. They will be back up to top five. Ubisoft since undercut is so much powerful, they can. And Alvaro gets a fast slap of 128.4. And as I was saying, undercut is a powerful thing now in F123. So they can make a massive gap. And all of the top five has penalties. But let's take a look at the far row between the top two of Lancer and Jingo, who are both the championship rivals for the season. And Gabby looks to make a move, but Lancer goes into the pits. Is he gonna go on to medium compound tires? I believe so. But can Alvaro go past Lancer? And Alfia has gone out to the pits also. He's on the medium compound tires for the McLaren driver. And Lancer also goes to medium compound tires. And the undercut is complete for Alberto. He's undercutted Lancer and up to P4. And the top three has still yet to pit. I think it's Williams 1-2 between Jenga and Gabby. But Gabby opens up the DRS. They have to make a team orders. Will there be a team order? I mean, not sure. And Gabby goes into the pits. Can he still remain ahead of Shadow? I don't think he can, because he is closing up to the Starfleet Strait. Jenga the Tire Whisperer. And Lancer, I thought it was Lancer, obviously. But Gabby is exit out of pits. He's down to P6. For soft compound tires, that is a interesting strat from Gabby, with only 10 laps left in this race. But let's see what he can do on the soft compound tires, as there's a yellow flag. Wonder who's that from? No, nothing much happened, but Robert gets facing a tire penalty from multiple warnings, and there's a yellow flag again. And oh, who is that? That's Wave and Palmer. And Palmer, and Wave has been contact with Palmer, or I believe Palmer was the one who made contact. That might also look into the stewards. But yep, unfortunate. Luckily, no retirements so far, apart from Rico. And Chimp and Jenga has made a pit stop. They're on the soft compound tires. including Chimp also. But yep. That makes Albalo into the lead of this race. Shadow up with a P2, Lancer P3, Chip gets a racing attack penalty, Gabby in P4 as he closing in from Lancer. He goes a bit wide, not sure if that's a warning, but he is closing it quite a lot. And Robert has lost a lot of position, and there's a yellow flag. And yep, that is Robert. Unfortunate. He's down to P18. Unfortunate from Robert, who's looking forward to make points in this race. But it's unfortunate for him. But it's still a. But he still has an opportunity if he is quick. But I don't think he can. He would be that quick to get into top 10. But yeah. Let's take a look between Zinc and Alfie. And Alfie has less than 10% ERS. And Zinc opens up the DRS, doesn't drain any battery, and he goes round the outside. But Alfie still wants to make a move. And yep, he has remained to P6. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at the Gabi Lancer. Lancer looks forward to make a move from Gabi. Gabi goes up to P3. Amazing stuff from him. And Chip goes up to P8. Or I think Chip was in that position. But he joins most of his ARS. But he's still with his striking range of Chimp, as he has as Chip has 6 attack penalty, and Lancer goes up to P3. That makes Gary down to P4, but he's still not going to give up. He's still with his striking range. Has the advantage with the soft compound tires, and Windex gets straight a tire penalty. The driver who was had a single point for the first race. I mean, for the first time in this race, and there's a Ferrari. I think, is that Robert? Oh yeah, Robert is officially lapped down. And yep, he is. And he has lost it. Unfortunate. But Albolo still remains in the lead. He has extended his gap to 2.6 seconds. And there's a safety car. Well, I wonder what that was. I think Gabby had a penalty. He has 6 second time penalty. And Lazar as well, 6 second. Everyone in the top 5 apart from Albano, which goes into the pits. He slowed quite a lot there. And Robert, has retired from this race. Unfortunate from him. And it is once again Williams 1-2. And Jenga and Gabby still have slight bit of advantage with softs, but for the people who are pitted for softs, they will have an advantage as well because Chip has 4 laps, including Jenga, and 5 laps for Gabby, and I think he's gonna be in a drop zone momentarily, but let's see what they can do. They only have 5 laps left in this race. Let's see what they can do, and they have a bit of disadvantage because all the top 3 has 6 seconds worth of time penalties. So Alvaro might have opportunity to try or win this race. But let's see what they can do. Lazar also has 6 seconds. Windex, who is on medium compound tires, after P6, he can't get his points again after finishing P8 in the sprint. It's up to, and he makes contact. I don't know if that's a penalty or not. And I don't think it will be. But everyone who is pitted has advantage, and Windex has stayed out with all 7 laps on mediums. So he has gonna have a bit of disadvantage, but let's see what Windex can do. Was currently in P6. Gabby was gained up 8 positions, is leading this race, and there's still some drivers who are yet to caught up in the safety car queue. That includes Wave and Shocker, who was officially caught up to the safety car, including Wave. But not sure if the safety car coming in this lap, and it does. Safety car is coming in at the end of this lap with only 4 laps left, including this one. Let's take a look Gabby, who is currently leading, he might be able to win it on track. And they're almost about to cross the start finish line, and it's a green flag running for the British Grand Prix with only 3 laps left now. Everyone in top 5 has the opportunity of winning, and Albano gets up to P3 ahead of Chimp, but Chimp is looking forward to try and finish ahead of Albano on track, but he still does not manage to go through, and Lazarus will to wheel with the Chimp. Project Cops, they're still will to wheel, but not now. And Lazarus goes up to P4. And there's a massive battle going on for the top 4s, and Albano gets up to P6. Sorry, what am I saying? Sorry, my bad. Goes up to P2. He has opportunity, he can win this race. But he wants to, but Albano still has opportunity to try and close up, and wants to try and finish on track ahead of Gabby, and Palmer has retired at the end. Palmer has just retired with only 2 laps left, and there will no longer be a safety car. But he's gonna join a bit of its ARS. He goes to make a move. He does into cops, and he gets ahead of Gabby. But Gabby will try and not give this up. He wants to try and win it on track. But I don't know if he can do it. He's dropping a bit back. And Alonso wants also to try and beat Jenga, who's currently running up to P3. And DRS has been enabled with only 2 laps left. And Chap gets a 5-second double to speeding in the pit lane, and yep, Chap has retired in the pit lane. And Lancer goes wheel to wheel with Jenga. He opens up the DRS. He goes ahead of Jenga, but Jenga still has DRS. He can still manages to go through with only 2 laps left to this race. And Lazar goes past Gabby, and Gabby is down to P3, but I don't think he can be in a podium position anymore. And Albano extends his gap to 2 seconds ahead from P2. Estrada gets up to P10. Basic stuff, he's in the points. And we are about to cross the line, and Jenga goes a bit wide. And one gets a full stop at 27.8, and he starts the final lap of the race. And Charlie gets racing a time penalty, and So, Albano, who has leading this race for several laps here in the British Grand Prix. I don't want to talk about it a bit, but slowly extending the gap, and Lazar is slowly catching up. But Alfie drops down to P6. They're so wheel to wheel. Alright, as I was saying, Albano, who started in P3, I believe, and who is approaching the final corner. Approaching the final corner to get his race win around Silverstone. He wins the British Grand Prix. Amazing stuff from Albano. And Shadow gets up to P2. That makes Haas double podiums. Amazing stuff from Albano, who has been clean for many laps. And Albano gets drive of the day. I say yeah, I think Albano deserves a drive of the day. He has been pretty consistent around Silverstone, and he gets his trophy. And they spray the champagne. Albano is your race winner for the British Grand Prix, round 8. Congratulations to Albano. He has maximum points with 26 points. Fastest lap. Amazing stuff from him. So Albano gets a P1. Shadow goes up to P2. Damix has double podium, joining with Zinc. Yeah, amazing racer from AlphaTauri. Yep, amazing. And Lancer with 6-second time penalty, he's dropped down to P4. McClarney P5, Jono P6, Django P7, who was in the front row at the start, but unfortunately doesn't drops down to P7. Gabi P8, P9 Alfie did. But yep. But alright guys, well, that has been the British Grand Prix, and we'll see you next time for round 9 for the Italian Grand Prix around Monza. We'll see you then. Peace.